Hi, this is Teresa from Little Trees Treasures, and I'm here to do an FO video. I realize that I have a massive pile of finished items, and I haven't made a video in a while showing items that I've made. I think I'm just going to kind of start at the top, and it's probably going to end up going kind of backwards, but that's fine. First off, not in the pile, is my little unicorn. This came out of one of my little amigurumi books. I used the sparkle yarn on the tail and on the horn. The hair is just kind of crazy. It's supposed to be rainbow hair, and the nose here and the paws are supposed to be pink according to the pattern, but I used turquoise. And for the rest of the body, the ears, the rest of the arms and legs, and the head and all of that, I made it with leftover sweet roll. And I gave him button eyes instead of safety eyes. And I was kind of disappointed in the pattern because there was no direction on where to attach things, and I actually originally gave him safety eyes. And he does have safety eyes. You just can't see them because they're under his ears. Yeah, so the pattern was nice for the crochet part, but I was not impressed with the lack of direction of at least an estimated point on where to put things, I'm pretty new to making amigurumi, so I have no idea where to put these things, as I'm making it, so I'm just attaching things, and yeah, so he got little cute button eyes. And then tonight I finished up this dishcloth. Ooh, sorry, bright yellow. I used, I love this yarn, or I love this cotton in banana, which is the same color that I sent to Debbie, the Canadian crotcher. It's very soft, very nice to work with. And I've just been kind of playing with different things to try and stock up on things. So I did a second one tonight, and I did that one with a border and some of the scrubby yarn. I just used the black scrubby yarn and mixed it with the cotton and did a single crochet border. I'm not sure if I like it better without, just plain, or with the border. I really like the texture and how, the yarn and the stitch feels. And I did a blue one in the same stitch, and this one is, I don't know, it was a leftover, so I have no clue if this is Lily's Sugar and Cream or Peaches and Cream or whatever, or what color it is. I know it's blue and it's cotton. That's about it. But this is the same stitch. So I was just kind of playing around with them, and I wasn't sure, if I like the border or not, or I don't know. Anyways, so 3 dishcloths. And then I've been kind of playing around with hats, and I have this one, and I did front post, back post along the bottom for the border, which you can't really see in this one because of the variegated. This is the Mainstays Blue Skies variegated. And I did have another one this size in Red Heart Gold, but I gave it away to one of my daughter's friends who needed a hat. So here's a little bit different size, and this is Red Heart Cherry Red, and you can see the front post, back post a little bit on this one in the solid. And then I have two that are smaller, and these two are the same size, smaller hat. And these are in Mainstays Burgundy. And then I have a large, adult large, in the Mainstays Purple Variegated. And then playing around with it, I made a matching neck warmer, which has the front post, back post in the middle here between the two things, and it's sewn together here. And so there's that, my nice little pile of hats and one neck warmer. Oh, and I have one more hat. I almost forgot. This one is made with a Karen cupcake in the color Fruit Punch. When I took the little puff ball out to use the yarn, the string came out, and who was it? Melody gave me an idea on how to potentially fix that so I can attach it to the hat. So I haven't tried that yet, but I am going to try that and try and attach the pom-pom that came with the cake to that hat. And I like this. This is very soft. Makes me wish I had a Michaels, you know, kind of near me, because I don't. So I don't get the nice Karen cakes. And then I have this one, this shawl. It's kind of big. This is in the Karen cake, or Karen Big Cake. And the color is called tiramisu. So what I did is I used the pattern, the 3 triangle shawl pattern. And so it's got like the 3 triangles, if you can kind of see it. And what I did is I made, I don't remember how many rows, but I made a bunch of rows, and then I went around in single crochet, and that pretty much took up the entire cake. And then I found this cream colored yarn that feels pretty similar to the Karen Big Cake. It's not as soft, but it's still, you know, fluffy and squishy and wonderful. So I added a row of double crochet around the edge just to make it a little bigger and give it a kind of a little different colored border, kind of a little pop, because it's, you know, it's a different color than any of these that are in the cake. But it works with it because it's that nice light cream color. So there's that. I have 2 kitties. They are Sol and Luna. And like a year ago, I made them in the other color of this that I have, a ball to play with. And they absolutely love it. They fight over it. They play with it all the time. This yarn is actually from Ice Yarns, and it's the Ohio wool. This one is the Green Shades color. And if you can see, if it'll focus, what I did is I balled it up and made it a ball and left a really long tail, and I just weaved it around and tied it as many times as I could to secure the yarn around, and that's just the tail that's left. So they will be getting that for Christmas, and I have to keep it in a baggie in a plastic container so that they cannot get to it. Otherwise, they will get it early. And then I also have 2 more. I have, this is the Cozy Boho Cardi by The Secret Yarnery. And I worked on these for months. I needed 5 for Christmas. This is number 4. It's got these gorgeous bluish, blackish buttons on it. Cute little pockets and a nice hood. And this is the largest one I made, but the yarns are, let's see if I can kind of get a close-up so I can tell you the yarns. This one is Red Heart Super Saver Stripes, I think, Macaw. Then this here is the Deborah Norville yarn that I got in the last carousel package. I believe Kim put that in there. I got 2 skeins of it, so I added some of that to here. And then here is Premier Sweet Roll in Spearmint Swirl or Spearmint Pop, something like that. And then this is Mainstays Teal. So there's 4 colors in this one, and it turned out really pretty. I was a little worried after the first round that it would look funny with all of that dark in the middle, and then just, but it ended up turning out really nice after, a few repeats and adding some more of the darker color. It turned out gorgeous. So that's Cardi number 4. And Cardi number 5. So all of them are done. This one is the littlest one. And this is made with Premier Sweet Roll in the Cherry Swirl and Mainstays Burgundy. I did have another color picked out for this one to go with it, and it was called Shocking Pink. But the daughter that this is for did not like that color, so I did not add that in. And since it was the smallest one, it ended up working out. I had enough of the other yarn to make it without. So it's got the hood, it's got the pockets, all of the wonderful, wonderful, soft redness that she loves. So there's that. And my one WIP in my wonderful bag from Debbie. I love it. I've been using it so much. Hold on, I need to pause so I can open this and get it out. Hold on. Okay, here it is. My WIP is my first ever virus shawl. Working along, getting there. I'm about halfway through the ball. And the color change is just beautiful. Kitty, that is not for you. No. Sorry. Curious kitties. And it's just, this one, this colorway is called Peaceful Earth. So I'm loving it. It's very soft. It's going to be nice and warm. What I don't like about the virus shawl pattern is there's so much counting. Everything has to be counted. And being a mom of 4 two-legged preteen / teen girls and a mom to 3 4-legged furry ones, you know, it just doesn't go very well a lot of times. So I have to go back and count a lot and recount and recount. And I get my counts interrupted all the time. But I do love the way it looks. I don't know if I'll make another one, maybe, at some point. But I'm thinking this might end up being a gift for my mother-in-law for her birthday. Her birthday is in February, and she loves the neutral colors and stuff like that. So I'm thinking this might end up being a birthday gift for her once I finish it. I think, wow, that was kind of quick. I think that's all I have for WIPs and FOs. I do have a couple other UFOs that are just kind of put away and most of the time forgotten about. One of them I kind of just got rid of the other day. I tried to work on it a bit. I was going to try and make a baby blanket, and I just got totally frustrated with it because I had this idea in my head, and it wasn't working out the way I wanted it to. So I just grabbed the entire bag of everything, like all of the extra yarn, everything that I had already worked on, all of it, gave it to my oldest daughter, who also crochets a lot. She's very talented. A lot of times, like me, she'll just pick up a hook and yarn and just go, you know. Patterns aren't her forte. I don't necessarily like following patterns either, but if there's something that I want to make, I will follow a pattern. But I love also being able to pick up my yarn and my hook and just make something off the top of my head. Problem with that is if I absolutely love the end result, a lot of times it's very hard to remake it because I don't write it down. But I'm working on trying to write things down as I go, as I'm just flying away with my hook and yarn and, you know. But I gave her the bag with all of the stuff in it, and I was just like, here, you just have it. You do whatever you want with it. I don't care if you want to rip all the work out that I did and use the yarn for something else, or use what I have, finish whatever. I don't care. If you need more yarn to finish whatever it is you're going to end up making with this, let me know and I will see what I have. Just take it, because I can't, my brain cannot do this anymore. And she was like, okay, great, you know, and she's off flying, you know, all these ideas in her head with what she can do with it. And she's already been working with it, and I'm proud of her with how well she does with crocheting and staying with it. I have taught all 4 of my girls how to crochet. My oldest, who's 18, almost 19 in December, she's the one that crochets the most, and she's made some really, really neat things. My second oldest is 16, and she has worked on, she has like, I think like 5 WIPs, and like, in April, for her birthday, she got some yarn cakes, and she decided she was going to make herself a sweater, and I was so proud of her. She was taking it with her to school, so when she had extra time in between, getting all of her schoolwork done, because she is one of those kids that, all I expect of them is to just get passing grades. So you know what? If you get a D in every single class, you know what? You passed. I'm good. But she's one of those kids that really worries about her grades. So, she gets like A's and B's and a lot of A's. If she comes home with an A minus or a B plus, she's like bawling her eyes out. But yet she was still, on her walks to school and walks home, she'd have her yarn cake in her backpack and her project in her hand and just working and just pulling the yarn out of her backpack and, working on stuff in class. And everybody would be like, oh my God, that's like magic. How do you know how to do that? That's so cool. So it's really neat sometimes hearing some of her stories after coming home with bringing her crochet to school. It was just really neat. And I've passed along quite a few things that I've made to some of her friends, and they really appreciate them, which is awesome. The second youngest, who's 13, she likes the idea of crocheting. She loves yarn. She loves all the bright colors. She loves all of it. But she gets frustrated real quickly. And she's the first one to set it down. So I don't know if I just need to work with her a little bit more on it, or if it's just not something that she is, super into right now. She might pick it back up like later on in life, kind of like I did. I learned, like, quote unquote learned when I was younger, like 12-ish, and I didn't pick it back up until my oldest daughter was like 4 or 5. So a good 10 years went past without crocheting anything at all. Not looking at yarn hooks, nothing. Like, I did not touch anything. So who knows? She might pick it up again in the future. Who knows? And then the youngest, she just turned 12, and, she'll get in those spurts, where she's like, oh, I want to make this, or I want to make that, or, there's something really complicated. Mom, can you make that for me? Oh, I have an idea. You can make one for all of us, and I'm going to figure out what colors you should use for each of us. And she's just got all the ideas. But she does pretty well, trying to make her own little things. And she does, pretty basic, easy back and forth stuff. And that's fine. That works for her. She doesn't do it very often, but she still will pick it up and do it sometimes, She has her own little yarn stash. She has yarn here. She has yarn at her mom's house. She's got hooks. She's got, her grandma on her mom's side crochets, and, I crochet, and, whatever. So, she's got resources to help her if she needs it. And, of course, her oldest sister is really supportive, and the two of them sat down and crocheted the other day together. It was just cute. Yeah, just, kids. Some days they are just a complete joy. Their stories can make you laugh. They can make you cry. They can make you want to scream. They can make you want to go beat somebody up. They can make you, like so many things. And it's amazing to watch them grow and to be able to teach them something like crochet. because they all have their own mental health issues like I do. And it's a valuable skill, you know. Not everybody can pick up a hook and essentially a string and make something from it. And, you know, I just, you know, want to be able to share something that I love so much with them. And it's an amazing feeling knowing that they all at least have some type of interest in the yarny things in life. It's awesome. So take a look around, especially if you have little ones. It's not the big things in life that matter. It's all the little things. That extra hug, that look, that random smile from the stranger on the street, that infectious joy, the little things that make you smile, the little things that make you say, you know, that was kind of cool. I kind of wish I could do that again. The little things that make up some pretty awesome stories. Remember those things. Those things are what's important. In this big old world, we're all here together, connected by this wonderful craft called crochet. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I try and respond to all of my comments that I get. I've been watching everybody that I usually watch. I haven't felt like I've had time to comment on every video I've watched. So just know I'm watching. If you see this, I am watching. If I don't comment, which I usually try to, but I am watching you, and I'm glad that you're watching me too, and I'm glad to be able to share my little world with you tonight. Have a great night, have a great day, and remember the little things.